right, it's time for Pet Perspectives with Dr. Jenny Norman with the Ada Animal Hospital and our studio mascot, Rocco. Today we're talking about dog parks because they are such an essential part for many pet owners when it comes to getting your pet outside, getting them the activity they need, especially if you live in a smaller quarters, right?
Exactly, apartment living, you need to get your dog out and some energy out of them.
And even trying to socialize your pet, right, is really important. So pet parks or dog parks play a really important role. However, there are some really key safety factors you need to keep in mind when you're going to utilize them.
Exactly. So that's what I want to talk about today, just so that it's a good experience for you, your pet, and all of the other pets there.
Yes.
So one of my first things that you really need to make sure your pet, before you're taking them to a public place, has some basic manners, as I say. So it behaves on their leash, understands sit, ideally stay, come. The better you have just some basic obedience with your dog, the better control you are going to have of them in what could turn into a potentially stressful situation at a dog park.
Yes.
But also make sure that they're well behaved and they're comfortable with you. So when you take them to an off-leash park, they know, okay, that's my person. I need to listen to mom and dad when I go out and play with my friends, basically.
Yeah. Especially when you're in that situation of the socialization, right? Like your dog is going to interact with other dogs.
Exactly.
And you want to make sure that you're able to control the situation as best as you possibly can.
You want to be able to recall them, which then another thing to practice before is if you have friends or family who have other dogs, practice introductions before you go to a big public dog park. That way you already have a sense of how your dog is going to interact. Is a dog park the best place for my pet? Are they reactive? Are they nervous? Are they scared? Or okay, they like it. We know how to introduce, and that'll again make you more confident going into a dog park, be a lot more comfortable for your pet as well.
And we're talking about our dogs socializing, but too, the owners socialize as well.
Exactly.
So what do we need to keep in mind as we're getting to know our other fellow dog owners?
So you need to keep in mind what I say, it's like taking your kids to the playground. You can socialize with the other pet parents, but you need to have eyes on your pet at all times. You need to know what your pet is doing.
Your fur baby needs you.
Exactly, exactly, and that's your priority. So you can socialize, but make sure you have eyes on your pet so you know what they're doing or what's happening to them.
Is there an age that you recommend that people start taking their dogs to a park, and ages that they should maybe refrain, especially when it comes to vaccinations?
So you don't want to take them to any dog park until they are fully vaccinated. So based on their health status, you'll work that out with your veterinarian. But typically most dogs not until they're about 6 months or older. So you want to make sure that they're fully up to date on their vaccines. You want to make sure you have them on some good parasite prevention. Lots of dogs, lots of different worms, diseases, things that can be spread between. So you want to make sure your pet is protected going there.
And then obviously when you are in the dog park, they have doggy bags for a reason.
Yes, they do. So please clean up after your pets. Not just to keep the park clean, but that is a big source of transmitting disease, parasites, intestinal parasites that can make our pets really, really sick. So again, keep your eyes on your fur baby. When they go, clean it up right away so that it doesn't sit there and fester in the soil. And make sure your dog isn't getting into anyone else's if not everyone is cleaning up after their pet.
Okay, all right. And then also, what if your dog seems to not be feeling very well?
Yeah, so, you know, especially if there's anything that you'd think of like a doggy cold. They're sneezing, coughing, anything like that. Let's keep them away from other pets until we get it figured out or consult with your veterinarian. Other, you know, conditions, if they're sick, not feeling well, or even just on medication, just make sure to talk to your vet to make sure that socializing in a dog park is going to be a good option for them.
Oh, love, 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 love. Thank you. And what about small dogs versus large dogs in dog parks? Some of them have them separated.
Some of them have them separated, and that is a really good point. Most of the time, you do want to keep large dogs, small dogs away from each other. There's just a size difference. It's high school kids playing with kindergartners. You're not going to interact well. But every dog is a little different. Their personalities are a little different. Sometimes your larger dog who's old but just wants to trot around, he's going to do great with the small dog. So know your dog, read the environment, and if at any point your dog doesn't seem to be interacting well, remove them from the situation.
Dr. Norman, where can people go to learn more?
Our website, idaho-today.com, is the best place for that.
Wonderful. So appreciate it. And thank you, Rocco. You're fantastic as always. All right, everyone, stick around.